See, Francis turbine, here the water falls, here the water is suctioned from the motor and it flows inside and it rotates the turbine, and the pressure of the weight of the water and the pressure of the water means they are controlled by this. Okay, the turbine flow, as the turbine flows, this thing rotates here. Okay, and it will, in return, it will generate some electricity. Yeah, and this electricity here it can be noted. Okay, and you can turn on and turn off this particular Francis turbine from here. And next we have the open channel system. You firstly turn on this particular switch. Okay, and the water starts falling in this. Okay, from the via the motor, and the water is filled up inside this particular bucket, and then the water flows in, and then it will flow. This water can be controlled by these particular switches here. Okay, you can see the switches, and this water will simply flow down into this particular cabin. Okay, so here is the input, and the water flows here, and the processing is done here, and then it will flow here. And these are the control gates. Okay, here you can see the water control gates, so gate 1 and gate 2. And next, what do we have? So impacts of jets on waves, force executed by the jet. Here we have the motor, again it suctions the water up. Okay, and then here the pressure gauge is there. It will measure the pressure of the water, and you can fill up the water by in here. Okay, here the water is filled up, and it is here we are cleaning up the water via some process. Okay, and then we are filling the water down here. It's so dark we cannot visibly see it. Okay, but that's okay. And next, this, if you open this gauge here, okay, it's stuck. The water will simply fall here. Okay, and again the water can be again pumped up via this hose. Okay, so that's how it will be a circular cycle. When the water fills up in this tank, okay, if the extra water is there, the pressure will detect, and we can simply open this, and like this. Okay, you can see it is closed, it is open, and the extra water will fall out. Okay, so it will prevent it from breaking. Okay, and here so you can measure the how much amount of water is filled in this. Okay, so when the water reaches its threshold, it will simply you can simply put it here. Okay, with a simple welded metal block. And next we have, what do we have? We have this another machine. Okay, so here we have first, this machine is, if you see, we have a water hose here. Okay, with a water house, and the water falls here. Okay, and then it will fall inside this, and we can control the pressure of the water via this. You can see how the pressure changes. You can hear the pressure change. Okay, and here we have the motor. The extra water. So exactly I don't understand what happening here, but yeah, this is just a particular simple design of the machine. And next we have the water pressure gauge here, and the filtered water that falls here. It's totally webby. Yeah, this water gauge, everything. So, and next. सर ये कई का मशीन है सर? बोलो मशीन का आइडिया आपको? नहीं, आपका ब्रांच में होता? अच्छा, थोड़ा मशीन्स को देखे तो आइडिया आ रहा, थोड़े मशीन्स को देखे तो आइडिया नहीं आ रहा क्या है क्या नहीं. So the water is sucked from where? So here you can see the filtered water is sucked from here, because you can see a filter attached to the pipe in the end. Okay, and this water will flow inside this, and it will get filtered out and fall in this particular can. Okay, and you can simply refill the water again. Okay, with this. Man, you need really lots of strength for this. And wow, this is a mouthpiece setup, we call it. We have a water reservoir down there, underground water. It will be pumped up into this mouthpiece. You can see it's totally dark here, but okay. So water, it's not moving here. I don't know why they have kept it. And the water will be falling from this, and it will be falling inside this thing. Okay, from this slide it will fall down, and it will simply fall in this particular can. And then it will, we can open this particular switch here, open or close the switch. Okay, it is not working, it is jammed here. Okay, so we will leave it, and this is how it works. We can empty the can again. And next we have another motor. Here is a friction factor for pipe. Means here we are calculating the friction factor for a pipe. Okay, so here total 3 pipes are there, and these 3 pipes, they are they are taking the water from this. Okay, and this is a scale, and we have a particular friction factor. We are calculating the friction factor for our pipe. Whoa, this is like huge, man. This is a huge tank here. The water is collected from this particular part, and it is transferred to the huge tank over there. Okay, and you can simply so this is mostly used in hilly areas. Okay, it is like a mountain, huge mountain. On that we are having a huge water tank. So that's how it works. And what do we have here? Okay, so from the ground we are extracting the water. We are filling it up in this particular tank. Okay, and next we are sending this water to this water, and we have some equal pipes. Okay, so they all follow the Bernoulli's principle. Okay, this is a apparatus that follows the principle of Bernoulli's. Okay, it works with pressure. So you can see the level of liquids that are filled up. It is totally equal here. Okay, so and the water will simply flow inside this particular tank when you open this hose. Okay, you can close and open this hose. And next, this is something huge, man. Okay. So it is a Kaplan turbine test rig. Okay, so we are having the Kaplan turbines. Okay, the turbine is here rotating. Turbine means a huge water means this turbine, it rotates with water and creates some electricity, I believe. Okay, so when the electricity is created, it is noted in this particular thing. We will not open it because we might mess it up. Okay, so here it is having a huge motor that is extracting the water from the ground. So here with this water electricity can be created. There is Kaplan turbine. And next we have performance test on Pelton wheel to find the efficiency. Okay, so this is a Pelton wheel. Pelton wheel, where is the wheel, man? Pelton wheel. So we are testing the efficiency of the Pelton wheel itself. Okay. So here it looks like this. Okay, I don't understand the working of principles of this motor, but I understood some of them, but I didn't understood the remaining one of them. So you can see various impacts. Okay, and second year we have this thing. These are our Department of Mechanical Engineering able to explain the effect of fluid properties. Okay, and able to explain the effect of fluid properties on flow system, same thing. Okay, and you can see various things are there. This is the whole lab. So this is the lab, and we are also having Almara with the books related, the user manuals for the students to follow and learn. And one more Almara is there. Yeah. It was not an Almara, it was a board. Yeah, this is the hydraulics and hydraulic machinery lab. Okay.